Sure.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yes. My name is Masanja Mussa. I am the CEO of Broken Technologies. And today I'll be presenting on building an AI-powered social innovation ecosystem through youth empowerment in Tanzania. So in comparative terms, East Africa's Y Combinator. Yes, so Y Combinator is a startup accelerator behind Airbnb, DoorDash, and Nala, and many other powerhouses in technology in the world. So I'd like to share a personal story on this one. 2 years ago, through our SinoHacks initiative, a group of students across Dar es Salaam universities hacked Cybercode Africa. So this startup now has impacted over 1,000 students and certified them across Tanzania in a period of 1 year. So imagine 20 stories like this one. We like to use a quote, Africa's next $1 billion ideas are hidden in dorm rooms and weekend meetups until someone lights the spark. So why Tanzania? Why youth and why AI? So Tanzania has the youngest demographic profiles across Africa. However, its digital innovation ecosystem is still remaining underdeveloped. And many young people are still limited to being consumers of technology rather than creators. And according to the World Bank, 1 in 4 working class people in the world will come from Africa by 2050. And Tanzania being one of the greatest contributor to these statistics. But AI poses a challenge to this predicted future, as it is likely going to add 1 in 4 homeless people in the world will be coming from Africa if we do not take initiatives to solve this challenge right now. So we are currently committed to changing this reality by empowering youth to take the lead in addressing local challenges through technology. And I'd like to use this quote from us. Actually not a quote. We envisioned a model where young people are not passive recipients of technology, but active creators of AI-driven solutions tailored to their communities. So until now, we have successfully organized 16 generative AI meetups where we collected experts in artificial intelligence across Tanzania. So we did these meetups in Dar es Salaam, in Arusha through Ethereum Power Africa, and in Kampala, Uganda. So these meetups impacted over 5,000 Tanzanians directly and over 10,000 Tanzanians through online attendance. And almost 15% of those people who attended took additional initiatives to broaden their knowledges and innovate around artificial intelligence. We also have organized 4 expert-level hackathons. So basically, hackathons are collaborative events where experts or individuals come together and solve problems. And these events are usually very short time events. So we use these events for ideation and MVP development. And through these events, we have given birth to Cybercode Africa that I presented earlier. And right now we have Patonet. We have also incubated 2 startups, Cybercode Africa, which graduated in 2024, and currently we have a startup in affiliate marketing called Patonet. So over the years and the practice that I've just shared with you, we have learned a couple of lessons. One of the lessons is necessity of geo-track approach. So we've learned that meetups are essential for AI literacy and motivation, and hackathons are good for ideas and product development. And also structured mentorship and incubation. So we've learned that 1 event and go are not enough to drive lasting impact in innovation and startup development in developing economies like Tanzania. And a clear multi-stage support system is essential to sustain momentum. And lastly, we learned that local optimization solutions must be specifically adapted to cultural and social context of Tanzania and East Africa to flourish in this market. So this is the lesson that we have learned from our previous startups. So CyberShield and Partnernet are not the only startups that we incubated and accelerated over the past 2 years. We have had like more than 15 startups, but most of them have failed, and only 2 of them have emerged victorious. So why am I saying victorious? Because it was called CyberShield then, and then they renamed themselves to CyberCode, has survived over the past year and has shown that they can provide a long-lasting impact. So based on these insights, our goal is to create a scalable model optimized for Tanzania and East Africa. This model integrates early-stage AI literacy, mentorship, and continuous incubation pathways, anchored in strong partnerships. So our funding and investment strategy has several steps. So we started with the first step, which was securing seed, and is still going, seed funding and pilot funding. So currently we have raised over 10,000 US dollars from Computer Science Youth of America, iDream, and Voice of Calling NPO over the period of 2024 to 2025. And this money has helped to support Partnernet and CyberCode Africa. And the second stage has been co-developing an investor engagement model with strategic partners. So currently we are working with Mr. Chang, software engineer, RGR marketing in United States of America. We're working with Mrs. Chion Lee, a nonprofit and edtech CEO, and vice president and vice CEO, Voice of Calling NPO, and Stempia Computer Institute. We are also working with Mr. Sengmin Lee, tech lead manager, Biding Infra team at Moloko. So these are the teams that we are working with in developing this investor engagement model that will allow investors to come and engage in the model that we have been creating over the past 2 years. And the last stage is launching an initial investment round targeting impact investors. So we had a demo day in 28th of June, like it was this week, and we received 10 institutions and investors participated, and we secured 5 follow-up meetings and received highly positive feedback and recommendations. So we still have meetings to attend, but we hope these meetings will go well in improving this investment strategy. So our specific future. So we are targeting by the end of 2025, we are going to help our newly incubated startup Partnernet, which is comprised of graduates from University of Dodoma, to onboard 1,000 early adopters of their platform so that they can have time to practice, to work on their platform. And then by 2025 to 2026, this period, we'll document and validate this model, standardize operational processes, establish impact measurement, and continuous improvement systems. And by 2026, we are going to scale this strategy. We hope that we have learned that there is so many startup accelerators in the country and across East Africa through our collaboration networks and incubators as well. So we'd like them to use our model. So by validating this model, we'd like those incubators, by collaborating with us or working themselves alone, to use our model efficiently and make sure that we get our shared goal. And lastly, we would like to continue AI meetups and SinoHacks initiative. So we'd like to host at least 10 additional events over the next 18 months and expand the community network surface, new ideas, and identify ventures for incubation. So ventures, I mean startups. So I'd like to give a word of gratitude to our partners. So currently we are working with Voice of Calling NPO, and the University of Dar es Salaam, and thanks to E3 Empower Africa has been our greatest supporter. The Stanbic Bank, iDream, Costech, Y4C Innovation Hub, NASA International Space Apps Challenge, Computer Science Institute of America, Daven Platforms from California, Founders Launch in Uganda, Kampala, and D-Lab from the University of Dar es Salaam. Additionally, I'd like to send the words of acknowledgements and gratitude to our supporters, Voice of Calling MPO, iDream, Alistair and his family, Chion Lee, for funding support, E3 Empower, and specifically Mrs. Ree for supporting us with venue and support all this period we've been working with this initiative. And lastly, we'd like to give a word of thanks to Kang Soo Jung and all iDream members for capacity building and all the heartfelt support they have been giving us in impacting the Tanzanian and specifically East African community. So thank you very much, and I'd like to receive some questions.
Thank you, Frank, for your presentations. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the floor if there's any questions. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Frank, for your wonderful presentation. And because AI is new to most of us, I will ask you to, okay, you said in your presentation that you are mobilizing youth to use AI for solving societal challenges or problems, right?
Yes.
So can you mention like one or two challenges or Tanzanian problems that so far solved by your team? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. I think I pointed this earlier, that I would like to answer that question by providing you the successful ones, because I said we have had over 15 startups that have tried and failed. We have had over 15 startups that have tried and failed, but so far, CyberCode has been a successfully startup so far. And CyberShield is a cybersecurity-based awareness training platform. So they're using artificial intelligence to provide awareness to companies and students. And as I said earlier, that they have certified over, I won't disclose exactly what number of students they have certified, but based on their impact data, they have provided support and impact to over 1,000 students across the country. I'm sure that most of students in IT here in most universities in the country know what CyberCode is, because they've been one of the greatest impact drivers in cybersecurity training in universities in the country.
Another questions, please.
Okay, thank you for your sensational presentation, Mr. Frankie.
Yes.
I have one question. We have a target, which is on the year 2025, you've considered to be 1,000 to be on board early this 2025. What are the assumptions that you made that those 1,000 to be on board on your system that use AI? And also, why did you consider to choose the University of Dodoma or the rest of the university, such as the Arusha Technical College? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. So Partnernet is the startup that we are currently incubating. We normally open applications through WhatsApp groups and Instagram and through university groups. So we always open to every university to apply. So for our last event, we had applications from ATC as well, IAA, and many other universities in the country. But we are still working on why most of those students dropped out on the way. So we help them make teams. Some of them build solutions, and submitted their solutions, but those that the startup that graduated to incubation stage is the Partnernet affiliate marketing platform that is built by students from University of Dodoma, graduating this year.
The last question, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. In my understanding, the best AI models comes from the countries where they have huge population because they have a lot of data. Coming to the African perspective, we have very limited data because of very few participation, maybe on online space and maybe in digitization as we are in the transition. My question is, are you building models or you are applying AI in your activities? And if you are building models, how good are they?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your question. We are not building models, and we are just emphasizing and helping youth build solutions that are around artificial intelligence. So we believe right now artificial intelligence is highly democratized, that you do not need to build your own model to provide a sustainable solution to problems that you're facing around you. So maybe in the future, we'll have teams that will come and build models, but we welcome that those kind of teams, and likely we believe that they are really prepared to get data and will provide them with support. But we believe that in this era, artificial intelligence is highly democratized, that you do not need to build your own model to make solutions. Maybe for security purposes, if you are a government yourself or something like that. But we believe that you can build sustainable solutions by using some open source models like Llama, DeepSeek, and others that are provided freely, that are pre-trained already. And yes, that's my response to your question. I believe I've touched all the corners you wanted to be touched.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Frank, for nice presentations. This makes up the end of these sections for today. Thank you for attention. The floor